I don't know how I like this, but I'm holding a tripod when I normally have a gimbal, and this thing is hella bulky. And I'm out here on a walk with Drake. If you don't know who Drake is and you haven't watched any of my old videos, that's my boy right there. That's my boy. This big old, lovable, tons of fun. So, but this tripod is doesn't feel like I'm holding the tripod. Drake, get out of that. It's like a box of fireworks back there. Check that out. Happy New Year, world. I think I've said that already, but oh, dude, I had a great conversation with one of my best friends. He was my roommate in college. Sorry, there's this thing, and I think it's for dogs not to pee. This is my squirrel moment right now for this video. But I think it's for dogs not to pee on their bushes and shit. It makes a super, super high-pitched noise, and it's fucking annoying. Like, dogs were meant to pee in bushes. Quit being so weird. No, but I get it though, because some people got some absolutely nice flowers, and I get it. They take care of them, so I shouldn't be so biased because I have a big dog that likes to pee on bushes. Come on. But what are you gonna do? I said that right as people are getting in their truck. But I got a bag for his shit, and dogs pee on the ground, and it's just dirt. It's not water, so I don't think it's gonna help the flowers grow. But what are you gonna do? But anyways, back to my story. Good conversation with my best friend from college. He was my roommate, and I feel like in our conversation sometimes, like, he feels like I help him so much in certain times, but in those same conversations, he helps me so much. And that's what it's supposed to be like in relationships. It can't just be take. It's got to be give and take in an equal manner. But sometimes you'll give more, sometimes you'll take more. But it's just finding a balance. Haven't always been super aware of that with relationships in my life. Sorry, I'm like switching hands multiple times. It's probably very annoying. But what are you gonna do? Just be more aware next time. Just be more aware. Dude, if you live in Georgia though, and haven't noticed the weather is so bipolar, I don't get it. I don't get it. I used to say this thing in car sales, something about, I can't remember what it was, man. It was like, people change cars like we do our clothes every single day. Or no, sorry, completely wrong. It was about the weather. I said it was something about like an upsell on like some type of weather guard, and it was like you know, so, the pitch had something to do with you know, the weather in Georgia changes like we do our clothes every single day. So, but yeah, really off topic. But it's authentically me. Y'all ever had whipped honey before? Because if not, let me tell you. This shit is the freaking move. Now, I will say, when you put it on something like what I'm looking at right now are some protein pancakes that I made. I stole C-Bum's recipe. It looks a little suspect, but it tastes damn good. And you might be thinking like, dude, like, pancakes? How's it gonna help you? Well, you guys might hear protein pancakes and see all these different things. But Sebum put a masterpiece together when he came up with these. I don't know if he came up with them, but I watched a video. So again, you guys might see pancakes, but what I see is a meal that has 683 calories with 63 grams of protein in it. Like, this is a solid way for me to start my day, and it's filling. And these things are massive. And they take like 20 minutes to cook. So, but welcome to my office. This is where none of the magic happens. No, but I am batching together some content because, I want to start putting some things out there and on TikTok and Instagram and use those because I think it's a good idea. I don't know. You tell me. But this is a solid meal. We're going to go do this or do what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to go to the gym, hit some mobility, and try to sit in that sauna for about 20, 25 minutes maybe because I'm feeling a little sore for the week. But solid first week overall, I think. To myself, that was good because, I'm normally the guy that, like I said in the last video, I do all these crazy things like 75 hard. You got to work out 2 times a day. Now you can go for a walk outside and that'd be your second workout. But like, it's just not sustainable. Like, I've read and watched and listened to a bunch of different things, and I just wanted to try something different. Like, so I'm only working out in the gym 4 days a week. I'm going to take two out of those days that I'm off to, work on some mobility, stretching, get some active recovery going, go for a walk like I did with Drake. And then 1 day a week, just take a break from everything. Like, don't do shit. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing, because who the fuck is going to tell me what I need to do and what I don't need to do? So that's what I want to do. It's extremely loud in this gym. A little sketched out about my tripod setup, but we're going to get in a little bit of active recovery, stretch out a little bit, hit a little cardio, sit in the sauna for a little bit. I don't even think I'm going to get 20 minutes in, but 15 is always a solid amount in my opinion. I don't have any research behind it. I know I feel good afterwards, but I'm just going to walk for a little bit, warm up my body, get rolling. Try to do something that I told my mom to do because she was talking about fasting for, I don't really know what for, but she was talking about fasting because like this time of the year, every year or the church she goes to, I say our because I used to go to that church, so it's easy, but I don't go to that church anymore. Not because it's a bad church or anything. It's very big. It doesn't fit what I need, I feel like, in a church. So and that's okay. Like, not all churches are going to be for you. I think I'd like something that's a little bit more small and quaint. But not to get on what about me, but my mom was like, I just want to feel closer and more connected to God. And I was like, okay, well, I got you. But I was like, but are you wanting to fast because you want to be closer to God or because everybody else is doing it? And it was more for the reason that everybody else was doing it. So just kind of like conforming or following what everybody else is doing. But, my mom has had kidney problems for a very long time and she can't do certain things, right? So, she's got to watch. So unfortunately, she can't fast, but I think it's a good thing because, I think she was just doing it because everybody else was doing it. But I told her one thing that my boss has told me multiple times, that if you want to know God, get in the Word. Like, just get in the Word. And that's something I'm terrible at. I don't get in the Word as much as I need to, right? And I want to grow and get closer to God and feel more connected. But I don't get in the Word, and it's because I overcomplicate things. And how many times do we all do things, we overcomplicate it, and we never take action because we're sitting there thinking about all the things that could go wrong instead of just taking imperfect action. And even if you make the wrong act or take the wrong action and make a mistake, your failure is not going to be permanent. It's only going to be permanent if you allow it to be. It should just be feedback. Like, if any of you guys have played sports, you guys watch game film, and if you didn't have a perfect game, you watch the game from film and see why you didn't have a perfect game. So that way, the very next day, you can kind of play it back and see what went wrong. So that way, next week, when you have the next game, the next opportunity, you don't make the same mistake twice. So I think a very simple thing that I told her was the same thing that a guy told me, but again, I got to take action on it, is just read a chapter a day. Like, don't overcomplicate it and make it more difficult than it needs to be. Just read a chapter a day. So, I want to try to strive to do something like that and read a chapter a day, but Lord knows that I ain't perfect and I'm going to fall off here and there, but a chapter a day ain't that bad. So but a big thing I've always wanted to do is I've wanted to read the Bible cover to cover. I've never done that. I've tried, attempted, but overcomplicating things and letting life circumstances change what I want to do has deterred me from doing that. But I know one thing. I've read the book of Genesis 3 times, but I'm going to try something different. Read the Gospels first, then the New Testament, and then go through the Old Testament and see if that does anything different for me. So, yeah, we're going to get probably about 10 minutes here, go downstairs, do a full body stretch, sit in the sauna, get out, because my girl's got a going away party. So we're going to go over there and hang out with her family, and my mom's going to come over and hang out for a little bit, have a good time, eat some good food. Her family's Colombian. They're going to make sancocho. I think that's what it's called. I could be very wrong, but does anybody else like to overemphasize the accents when you don't know how to speak a language and then you say something like sancocho? I do that shit all the time. All the fucking time. Oh, dude. I got mad respect for Crunch Fitness. Like, it's definitely a solid gym. But now, having gone to Carbon as much as I have, it just doesn't compare, bro. So I really came here just to see how I felt about it. Kind of confirm if I was going to cancel or not, and it ain't even close. I just want to roll out my body real quick. Damn, that shit's sore. Don't get it twisted, though. Crunch Fitness is a solid gym. They got more than enough equipment. It just gets hella packed in here. Yeah, so I would say it's a good starter gym. If you want something a little bit more, or has a little bit more go to Carbon if you're in Atlanta. I did go check out Icon before they opened a long time ago, but the thing that turned me off about that is there's no shower in that gym, and they don't have a sauna. It's just a big ass gym with a bunch of different equipment. It looks badass. Probably cool to shoot content, but bro, some people gotta go to work. And some people go to the gym before work, so, and I'm like, bro, I want to be able to shower before I go in that bitch. About to take this hoodie off. Oh. In a second though. Oh, the worst part about this is going to be my quads. I'm already knowing. So I'm going to hit it first and knock it out. Oh, God. Like right at the tip of that. I don't even know if I'm in the shot anymore. But yeah, bro, that shit is sore. Oh my God. Try to make sure I don't spill that drink. Oh. That shit is painful. Painful. This will be the top of my quad and my IT band are just gonna be killed. Here goes nothing. Yeah, that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Oh. Put the shit back. Ooh, that feels good. Ooh, bro. What's up, YouTube? My turf toe is acting a fool right now. Forgot my headphones again. This is the last time. Oh. You know, it'd be the worst thing ever. It's like I get that feeling like, I'm sure everybody's done this, but when you leave the house, you forget to lock the door, or you feel like you forgot to lock the door, but you really did. So you're like, oh no, should I go back? That's how I feel sometimes. Like, did I press record? Because what if I'm doing all this, not even recording? Oh, but that feels crazy good.